Good afternoon from CGA. I'm Kurt Colella, your Dean of Academics. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. And my main focus of this session is the following. Number one, continue to assess our collective readiness as we begin remote classes on Monday, March 23rd, and give some specific guidance on how to close gaps with the understanding that there's no perfect situation for all. I also want to, number two, provide some insight into a notional schedule as it presently stands. Three, give you a sense of the availability of academic support services. Four, present helpful information to assist in fielding the many questions that continue to come in. I know that this presentation will not cover all of your questions, but it will hopefully advance our ability to keep moving forward in transitioning to a remote environment. First, for the cadets. I realize that a lot of people are reaching out to you for information. For some, this may be confusing and frustrating. Please know that we are sensitive to that frustration. Please understand that we're trying to provide the most clear and consistent information available in a continuously dynamic environment. In doing so, it is my understanding that all cadets have made positive contact with their company officers or chiefs. My comments that follow presume that assumption. Right now, our key focus is on assessing your readiness for remote instruction and closing gaps where we are able. This includes the status of your connectivity and an understanding of the materials that you do or don't have at hand. Thank you for the responses to the survey that was sent out by the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Page. This information has been helpful in understanding the full landscape of situations that exist. If you haven't filled out this survey, please do so as soon as you're able. Right now, we've got approximately 800 filled out surveys. In an effort to best manage communication flow, I ask all of you to direct communications on your readiness in the following ways. For issues associated with connectivity and material readiness for remote learning, contact your academic advisor. If you're unable to contact your academic advisor, contact your company officer or chief. For issues associated with connectivity or material readiness with specific courses, contact your classroom instructor. If unable, contact your academic advisor, and if unable to do that, contact your company officer. For access to laptops, we have developed a process for cadets to have their laptops shipped to them. A shipment will go out from the Academy at 15:30 daily. The process is to contact your company officer or chief by email or text and express your desire to get your laptop. You must give them your room number and an accurate shipping address in order to carry this out. At present, the shipment is limited to your laptop. Again, our overall goal is to ensure that everyone has a level of connectivity that allows them to effectively engage during this transition, knowing that it won't be perfect, but it should be functional. For faculty and staff who are listening, continue to direct your readiness questions to your course coordinators, respective chains of command, and/or your program representative. I'm extremely pleased with the level of progress that has been achieved so far. For all, please know that we understand that everyone's circumstances and situations vary, in some cases dramatically. In this transition, we're emphasizing that asynchronous learning with limited synchronous sessions is preferred over widespread synchronous learning. This is for a variety of reasons, including time zone differences and managing virtual schedules in and amongst other mission-essential core business. Please know that we're working hard to enhance our capacity during this time. We've made some decisions and investments to do so that include significant advancements to our DTL learning management system. This includes an enhanced video capture system that improves our ability to deliver and store video data and content. We also be increasing our institutional bandwidth by a factor of 4 in the next 2 to 3 days to support higher data rates and greater VPN use. Next, I'd like to talk about our notional schedule, and I strongly stress the word notional in this minute-by-minute environment that we're in right now. Until further notice, we will continue with remote learning for the remainder of the spring 2020 semester, regardless of our respective physical locations. Also, with the understanding that decisions are subject to change daily, and in some cases hourly, the notional time horizon for planning purposes is the following. Again, I stress the word notional. First, classes and finals end on Wednesday, 13 May. Grades due by Friday, 15 May. Degree award and commissioning for the class of 2020, Wednesday, 20 May. Please know that there are many cancellations and postponements that free up time to execute this plan. But again, we're aware that this all depends upon your collective readiness to do so. There will be no scheduled finals. Instructors will have latitude with chain of command approval on how to bring courses to a successful conclusion, to include capstone projects and independent study work. Regarding grades, our efforts remain focused on providing letter grades as we normally would. It is understood, however, that there may be a variety of circumstances where such a format may not be practical or desirable. We are examining alternatives to include satisfactory and unsatisfactory grades in such circumstances, but haven't committed to doing so yet. There are also questions regarding incomplete grades or withdrawals. We'll need to work through this in the coming weeks. Again, our mission is to graduate the class of 2020 and ensure that 21, 22, and 23 are able to continue their academic programs with the least disruption possible. Although we understand that the definition of the word disruption is being reinvented at present, we must think differently and creatively during these challenging times. And all indications are that we're doing just that. Academic support services will be coming back online in virtual space when we're able. Appointments with the Writing Center, mentors, can be made through Writing Center Online. WC Online includes virtual mentoring capability, including video appointments. The Cadet Academic Assistance Program and the 4CASP program will be available in virtual spaces. You will receive information about when these services become available through your course instructors. We're also envisioning that the Science Learning Center and Math Learning Center will have some capacity that allows them to operate remotely. Your classroom instructors will provide information on those services as they become available. The library has extended due dates for all checked out material. The staff has also established, this is the library staff, established a COVID-19 hot button on their webpage. We're pushing more details about what is contained on that site as we speak. What is currently available are resources for cadets, faculty, and staff for electronic access to textbooks. Due to the impacts of COVID-19, a company called Virtual Source has granted access of up to 7 textbooks per person. There are instructions on the library site that walk through the steps for gaining access to their current inventory of textbooks. As you can imagine, access to texts or other printed materials is a national issue. Very quickly, publishers and suppliers are answering the call for access. Although changing minute by minute, we feel comfortable in saying that nearly all texts will be available electronically very soon. A vast proportion of them are available now. As I continue, I want to include a quick shout out to the Cadet Academic Advisory Board under the leadership of First Class Christina Gonzalez. She and her team remain engaged directly with me in posing a number of great questions. Christina, I owe you a note on your email and we'll get to it shortly. But in the meantime, thank you for your leadership at this difficult time for all. To reiterate something that the SOUP said yesterday, we're in unprecedented times and there's no playbook or chart for navigation. Please know that the level of effort to transition our normal mode of operation to remote learning is nothing short of inspirational. I'm so proud of our faculty and staff with all that they're doing in support of our mission, and am confident that we will bring this semester to a successful conclusion. In the midst of this pride, there's a level of unprecedented collective and individual uncertainty. The stress for each individual or family takes many different forms. Health and well-being of loved ones, financial hardship, caring for elderly, houses full of children in a small space. I would also include not having basic services and connectivity as well. Please know that we understand the toll that this can take on all of us, and that services are widely available through CG Support, and that CGA remains open for business with active monitoring of our portfolio of hotlines and support services. We remain committed to the health, well-being, and safety of you and your loved ones. We hope that you're able to eat well, get the rest you need, and maintain a level of physical activity to the greatest extent possible. We will continue to provide more information in the coming days. In the meantime, we pass on our blessings to all. Be safe, be well. Thank you.